You are listening to the Nichole Banks Podcast, episode 101, The Hardest Truth, when you're the one bringing the drama. Welcome to the Nichole Banks Podcast, where divorced women heal, grow, and find new love and dare to begin thriving. I'm Nicole, your divorce recovery coach and happy hour queen. If you're a Gen Xer ready to shake things up, level up, and have some fun, you're in the right place. Buckle up. We're getting into today's episode starting now. Well, hello, and happy Thursday. That's right. Oh my gosh, where has time gone? Right? Wasn't it yesterday we were passing out the candy to the little munchkins? Yeah, and now we're right smack in the middle of November. Well, I hope you're having a good time on your end of the world, wherever you may be. I know our Arizona weather is getting cooler at night, so meaning crisp mornings for walking Bodie and I. And then, of course, the afternoon warms up, and that's the whole reason we live here. We love it. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Nichole Banks Podcast. I am your host, Nichole Banks. Today, we're going to go deep, and I mean real deep, into a topic that might just make you feel a little squirmish in your seat. And don't worry, it's good for us, I promise, okay? So have you ever found yourself in a situation when you realized, oh no, I'm the problem? You know the feeling. It's like a big, bitter gulp of reality. I know. Women get the reputation of being nurturing, forgiving, compassionate. But let's be real, sometimes we are not the nicest, especially when we're hurt. We can be a little vindictive, a little quick-tempered, a little sharp-tongued, maybe even a tad bitter. And here's the twist. Acknowledging this side of ourselves can be the first step toward truly growing and healing. And that's what this is all about. So if you're ready to own up your own toxic traits, figure out where they come from, and start the journey to being a better person, even if the other person isn't, stick around. This episode is for you. So first things first, why do we become the problem in the first place? So sometimes we're not even aware of it, right? We might have been raised to be nice and pleasing, so we've held in the resentment, we've held in the hurt for so long that it starts to leak out as bitterness. Add to that the expectations society piles on us to be peacemakers, to put others first, to keep smiling even when we're hurting, and it's the perfect recipe for, well, snapping. Sometimes it's our past showing up in unexpected ways. We might have defense mechanisms that we think are just who we are, but they're really reactions we've developed to protect ourselves in past relationships. And then there's the plain old stress, right? When you're constantly balancing everything, work, family, personal growth, a post-divorce life. It's like carrying a mountain on your back. Eventually it weighs you down, and that bitterness, it can sneak out when you least expect it. All right, let's talk about sabotage, because sometimes we're our own worst enemy, aren't we? Yeah, if you're not in your head, yes, then you are listening, and I appreciate you doing so. So think about it. Have you ever pushed away someone who genuinely cared because you were convinced they had hurt you? Like you've got your heart behind this huge wall? Or started a fight over something minor just to feel in control? Here's a little exercise for you. Grab a journal or even the Notes app on your phone and reflect. Write down the last time you felt genuinely hurt or resentful. What happened? And how did you respond? When you can spot these patterns, they become much easier to work with. And yes, you might even laugh at some of them. Laughter is part of the healing, trust me, okay? But again, it's really being aware of what you're doing. I have so many clients that do the self-sabotage because they came out of a toxic relationship. And I'm going to have you guys ask yourself this. So if you're single right now, and if you are dating and you have the attitude, I just can't find a guy, there's no men out there, then I dare you to go onto my website and take the quiz, Are You Ready for Love? Because there are things out there that we don't realize that is really blocking us from finding our love. And we are doing exactly that, self-sabotaging. If you're not healed, it's not time. I want you to love on you first and then find love, okay? So let's say you realize, okay, yeah, I've been blaming others for things that are partly on me. Step one, give yourself grace. We're all works in progress. So, step two, set boundaries. Seriously, if you have to give yourself permission to prioritize your needs and stop bending over backwards to make everyone else happy, you have to give yourself permission. Here's your sign. Yes, take this sign and read it out loud. I'm giving myself permission to prioritize my own needs first. You have to. It's called boundaries. It's a big one. A big part of breaking the blame cycle is understanding that you can own your feelings without taking responsibility for the whole situation. Not everything is yours to carry. Repeat after me. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Don't you love that? For real. I've had people try to involve me in their relationship crises or in their breakup crises or in their divorce crises or in their mother passing away and now it's a family estate crisis. I've had people involve me in that or trying to. And I politely just go, not my circus, not my monkeys. And I back away from it. It's totally okay. You absolutely can. I feel like this one's a big one, compassion. And it starts with yourself. If you're being hard on yourself for not being perfect in how you handle things, take a step back. Forgiving yourself is essential to growing and being able to forgive others. And hey, nobody's perfect. No one. Especially in the heat of an emotional storm, right? Here's a trick. The next time you feel like saying something snarky or sending that one message you know you'll regret, take 5 seconds to breathe. Ask yourself, will this action serve me or is it just to feel momentarily powerful? Trust me, the satisfaction of a biting comment fades, but the drama it creates, that sticks around. People remember words, and words cut. All right, now it's time to laugh a little. One of the most powerful tools we have for healing is humor, and sometimes we just need to laugh at ourselves. If you're thinking, no way, Nichole, I was so right in that argument, maybe run a little petty check. I like to ask myself, would I be embarrassed if my friends found out about this? If the answer is yes, time to let it go. Healing doesn't have to be all serious. It can be light, funny, and filled with little moments of, oh my gosh, did I actually say that? Trust me, when you can laugh at your own mistakes, you take away their power. I want to talk real briefly about when you're bringing the drama to your feed, okay? It's easy to let our emotions spill onto social media. I mean, it's insane, especially after something like the election, which everybody has their feels for it, right? And I don't talk about politics on the show. However, on our social media, maybe it's a passive aggressive post about some people who wronged us or a series of subtweets that scream, yes, this is totally about you. But when we take a step back, what we see is a cycle of venting that does little more than keep us stuck in the hurt. Drama on your feed can actually feel satisfying in the moment, trust me, I know, yet it often brings more chaos than closure, affecting both your reputation and your mental health. So spotting this pattern is the first step. Ask yourself, why am I posting this? Am I hoping to get validation, sympathy, or a little revenge? And being honest about your motives allows you to step away from impulsive reactions and consider more constructive ways to process your feelings, okay? Instead of airing grievances online, try journaling, voice noting, having a conversation, seeking out help like a therapist, a counselor, a coach, okay? Those are constructive ways to process your feelings instead of airing them online. It's all about taking that drama offline so you can focus on real healing, leaving your feed as a space of positivity and growth. And it just kills me to have women say, well, I can't believe that he's posting all these photos of his new relationship. Man, I tell you what, when I went through my divorce, I blocked everybody associated with that side. Period. The end. I'm not kidding. It's not my business what he's doing with his life without me now. It's not. Repeat that to yourself. It's not my business what he's doing with his life without me. It's not. So I blocked, I unsubscribed. I have no idea what's going on. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So I share this little story in my book about, I wasn't even aware that my ex got married until 2 years later. First and foremost, because it's a hard boundary. We don't talk about him in front of me, right? So when I'm with his sister, we just don't have those conversations. My daughter, very seldom do we talk about that. I just never knew. I was not in the know. I'm busy living my own life. It's not my business what he's doing. It's not my business what he thinks of me either. So I share that with you because sometimes we get very vindictive, and because we're hurt, and hurt people want to hurt other people, but hurt people are choosing to hurt other people. Let me rephrase that, right? Hurt people hurt people. No, rephrasing it. Hurt people are choosing to hurt people. How about that? So are you the problem is the question. Are you? Just take a look. If you're the problem, listen to this episode again. There was some great golden nuggets in it, and allow yourself the peace in which you are searching for. I promise it is out there. You got to dig deep, my friend. You've got to dig deep. Do the work and heal yourself, and your peace will be right around the corner. Mindfulness isn't just for meditation. It's a superpower in real life conflicts. If you're tempted to snap, try the 5-second rule. 5 deep breaths before you react. This gives your brain a moment to shift from react mode to respond mode. Okay, Mel Robbins has a book on it. She's got YouTube videos on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, you can do the deep breathing as well. And it literally will allow your brain to shift. It is the craziest and amazing tool. If you don't know it, you can definitely look it up. Mel Robbins, 5-second rule. That's what that's about. It's actually a superpower. It's the coolest thing. I love it. And when it comes to dealing with truly difficult people, what you want to do is set your intentions before you walk into the room. Remind yourself why you're choosing kindness and control. It's not for them because you're choosing peace over pettiness. It's for you. It's for your peace, not their peace. We don't give a rat's ass about their peace. It's for your peace. We care about you and putting you first and your priorities first, your peace first. Everybody else will fall in. You with me? Are you down? And letting go. That's the hard one, right? We all love being right, but here's the thing. Being right won't always bring you peace. It can be a challenge, but sometimes releasing resentment isn't about forgiving the other person. It's about freeing yourself. For those of us who need a ritual for letting go, here's a simple one. Grab a journal and write down your anger, your hurt, everything. Then let it go. Rip it up, burn it safely, please. Or fold it into a paper airplane and let it fly. Goodbye, bitterness. Hello, inner peace. It is the craziest thing when you have such a angered mannerism, a high-tempered, quick fire in you. I just want you to step back from any situation and do not address it. And I mean, for the safety of others and yourself, do not address it. Just step back. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So as we wrap up today, I want you to remember that everyone has moments of being the problem. You have to remember, mirror, mirror on the wall, could I be the problem of it all? You're the one that has the answer to that. You know. And if you are being the problem, recognize it, own it. That's where the growth happens. And that's where you start to change the story from one resentment and blame to one of growth and joy. Here's a little affirmation to take with you. You ready? Okay. I am worthy of love, kindness, and peace. And I choose to bring those qualities into my life every day. Do you want me to repeat it? Okay, I will. Repeat after me. I am worthy of love, kindness, and peace. And I choose to bring these qualities into my life every day. And for a quick gratitude practice, think of the one moment from today that made you smile. Hold on to that. Moments like these keep us grounded and remind us that life is so much bigger than any one argument or any one mistake. Seriously, I promise you, if you're looking for peace, look inward first I gave you some tools to be able to control the situation, and it's okay to be the bigger person. Thanks for joining me today on the Nichole Banks Podcast. Now, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please share it. And better yet, pass it along to someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, remember you're not alone, and you're always just one choice away from a better version of yourself. Dare to begin. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you're feeling as refreshed as a spiked lemonade on a hot day. If you love what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and spread the love. Want to go deeper? Check out my courses, women's retreats, and the Dare to Begin membership, where we put everything we've learned into action. NicholeBanks.com. Don't forget, I spell my name with an H. NicholeBanks.com. Until next time, keep leveling up and dare to begin.